Alright, good people of the garden. Just a quick... Gotta put some things away. Just a quick little, I guess, update on these strawberries that I've been working in the self-watering bases, the AC Infinity ones that for me seem to have worked really, really well. I've cut these back quite a few times, but I have this 3x3 bed that I wanted to put these in because these ones seem to want to grow no matter what I do with them, so they seem to do pretty well here, and want to give these a more permanent space where they can have a few years to kind of do something. So I'm not sure exactly what these are, but these ones have been really, really good. But yeah, I'll plant these in here, and this makeup, this is, I guess this soil's 2 to 3 years old now that's in here. I don't know how much I'm actually going to get out of that. We'll see how this actually works, but I'm going to... These are pretty dry, so hopefully they come apart. We'll see, because I don't really want to cut the bag to get it out. But I've got this mycorrhizal inoculum, or inoculant, whatever, that I think this is Mycos, and the plants don't seem to hate it, and it's kind of late in the year, so hopefully this transplant doesn't kill these, but these have been really, really hardy, so I'm not too worried. There's maybe more moisture in here than I think. Just got like debating whether or not I want to cut it, but I feel like I can get it loose enough. I'm just going around the edges, kind of pinching it. I can feel the kind of the roots detaching a little bit. I don't know how deep these roots actually go, but with the way that these pots pull the water up to the bottom, I imagine the roots are going somewhat down. Yeah, the roots are like coming through the bottom of the... Yeah, this is gonna be a borderline disaster. Well, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, I guess. But yeah, the roots go all the way to the bottom of that, and looks like kind of what I was hoping for. Best case scenario was to have something that seemed pretty healthy to transplant, and this appears to just want to give it a little more depth. don't want to overdo this, but if I don't spend a little bit of time, every time I walk past it this winter, I'm gonna spot its own little home. So in terms of these beds, I had grown garlic in them last year, and then I had done sunflowers, I guess late into this season, because I didn't get strawberries into one of them earlier. But I had planted a cover crop a couple times in here, and I'm turning that over. I'd put some leftover organics that I had also been using. I'm not sure at this point what that was. Some worm castings that were store-bought, as well as the remnants of a worm bag that I had worked on that spent a lot of time just sitting outside in the yard. As that bag was a bit of a fail, which hopefully I'll try again next year. It was like, took up all of my energy over the winter through the spring. Definitely learned a lot. If anybody's ever thinking about doing a worm bin, don't just expect to throw banana peels and lots of scraps in there, because the fruit flies, once you get them, it's a workout. Alright, this looks, it looks terrible, but trying to make sure all the roots have contact into the soil here, so I'd rather be a little bit mean to them than just leave them sticking out with no chance. And one of the remnants from the worm bin is this banana peel. It's one of the last pieces of recognizable organic material from something that I started last year. Who knows if that banana has been there that long. Yeah. I do need to try that again, because I think that now that I know what I'm actually getting myself into and what I'm trying to avoid, I won't be as excited to just get organic material into the worm bin. Because my fatal flaw was getting it or allowing it to get way too wet, way too early on. Anyways, it was somewhat satisfying to get somewhat of a meaningful amount of castings out of the worm bag at the end of the day, because it essentially just created one big pile of castings. I'm probably the equivalent of what I would have spent $40 or $50 on at the store to purchase, which definitely didn't justify the time and effort that went into the first one, but I did learn a ton. Alright. See if I can do a little better on this next one. Plant number 2. Try to move all this excess soil up to here. This is all going to settle in, and then I'm going to put straw on top of it, I guess, to keep it somewhat clean. Cool. Yeah, we'll see. Like I was saying, these have grown really, really well. I think they came from my mother-in-law. I may stand corrected on that, but for now, that's what I'm going to go with. And I know that a bunch of us are growing them. And they seem to be doing pretty well for everyone. I tried a couple different varieties last year in the towers, the green stalks, and was not super successful. And I am probably the one to blame for that, not the green stalks. The watering method was not quite as brain dead as I hoped it would be, and that was more just poor planning on my part, forgetting getting a water source that was consistent and actually worked. Alright, so I'm going to make this hole a little bit bigger. Just make sure. Take out a little more over here. Let's break her up. And I'm just trying to feel for those roots detaching from the bag. It appears to be dry enough that they're not really putting up much of a fight. But it is kind of crumbly dry in spots. See if I can at least somewhat get this bottom loosened up. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not, but roots going straight through. Try to break this up a little bit and then I'll wiggle it around. Again, knowing that these things seem to want to grow no matter what I do to them, I'm not gonna freak out. For this garden box, I was going to put one more stack of, or one more box layer up. This one's 3 tall and the others are 4 tall. We'll see how that plays out, but this is the box that made most sense right now for strawberries, and if we need to move them in the future, I will start that process of attempting to evict them. Try to plug this into the soil. Stuff has a ton of perlite in it, so there is, it's primarily like I believe a 70-30 perlite peat-ish mix, which I think is the perlite ratio or whatever. I will do a separate walkthrough video for kind of what's going on in the garden, but I have these two. I had to get these strawberries done, and then I want to do flowers next. So if I get that done today or tomorrow, I'll make a separate video on that, and then do a separate kind of end of season walkthrough with the garden, because I've definitely gotten more done than I expected, but I need to kind of figure out where to prioritize my effort, because yeah, I don't want to get lost in too many projects here over the next like week or so of this somewhat good weather. So anyways, I got to get the flowers transplanted, and then just kind of other beds settled in. I need to get some leaf and lawn clipping coverage to kind of mulch some of the beds and whatnot. Oh, and the strawberry towers, we're going to get those moved as well. More to come, more to come. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day, and I will check in later. Peace.